What's up, Connor High? I'm Josh, and welcome to Game Time, KTIG's game show. Today's game is a special Stuco collaboration for Black History Month in the style of Jeopardy. Our guests are all teachers and staff, who will end up facing the dreaded punishment at the end, so stay tuned to find out.
Today's game is Jeopardy style. There will be 3 rounds. The first 2 rounds, one person from each team will face off, and the first person to buzz in gets to answer. Just how brave are the contestants? The losing team will face a punishment that will surely leave them messy.
Okay, contestants, for round 1, one person from each team will face off. The first person to buzz in gets a chance to answer. Make sure to not get the wrong answer, because the wrong answer will subtract points. Since it's the first question, we will start with African Americans first for 100. Who was the first African American to play in Major League Baseball in the modern era?
Jackie Robinson.
Correct. Mr. Cheney, you get to pick the next category. Quotes for 100. You must never be fearful about what you are doing when what you are doing is right. All right.
Martin Luther King Jr.
Incorrect. You got a chance.
Who is John Lewis?
Incorrect. The correct answer was Rosa Parks. All right. Since no one got it right, Mr. Chain, you gotta choose the next one again. Famous African Americans for 100. Who is ranked as the second best selling female artist of the 21st century with record sales over $37 million?
Who is Beyonce?
Correct. Civil rights movement for 100. Whose refusal to give up her seat on a public bus sparked a boycott of Montgomery AL buses from 1955 to 1956? Mister.
Rosa Parks.
Correct. African Americans first for 200. Who was the first African American presidential candidate?
Shirley Chisholm.
Incorrect. The correct answer was Frederick Douglass.
Musicians for 2.
Musicians for 200. A blind singer, songwriter, pianist, and composer.
Stevie Wonder.
Incorrect.
Who is Ray Charles?
Correct.
Civil Rights 200.
Civil Rights 200. Next contestants, come up. What was the name of the organization founded by Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.?
The SCLC.
Correct. They're telling me it's correct. That's it for the round. For round 1, we have round 2 right after this break. Still a lot of points on the board. See you in a minute. What's up, Connor High? If you're a car rider getting dropped off or picked up at school, you might want to pay attention to this news. Starting February 16th, the school will now evaluate you to drive through the intersection of Longmire and Wilson Road through the back and enter the student parking lot to drop off students and leave through the student parking lot exit.
These changes will be new and a little bit difficult to succumb to, but it is to take precautionary measures due to the construction of the parking lot on the visitor side of the stadium.
Let's get right into round 2. Round 2 is the same as round 1 except the points are double. That's right, if you get 100 point question right, it would actually be worth 200. Alright, since your last team won the last question, you'll get the right to choose the next category.
Let's do African American first for 300.
African American first for 300. In what year were the first Africans brought to America to work as slaves?
1619.
Correct.
Let's do African American first for 400.
Who was the first African American to serve as the United States Secretary of State?
Who is Colin Powell?
Correct.
Civil rights for 300.
Civil rights for 300. Who was known as the Nation of Islam's most effective minister until he broke from the group in 1964 and formed his own group, the Organization of Afro-American Unity? Ms. Castleberry.
Malcolm X.
Correct.
Let's do quotes for 200.
Quotes for 200. Education is the most powerful weapon which you can use to change the world.
Who is Martin Luther King?
Incorrect.
Okay, I choose not the answer.
Okay. The answer was Nelson Mandela.
Let's go for famous African Americans 200.
Which 14-year-old black boy was lynched for whistling at a white woman? Oh.
Who is Emmett Till?
Correct.
It's for 300.
Famous African Americans for 300. Who is the most decorated gymnast of all time?
I want to say Dominique, but that's not right. I can see her face, but I can't think of her name. That's what happens when you get old.
All right.
Simone Biles.
Correct.
Let's do African American first for 500.
African American first for 500. Who was the first African American female billionaire?
Oprah Winfrey?
No.
Madam C.J. Walker.
Correct.
Musicians for 100.
Musicians for 100. An American trumpeter, composer, vocalist, and actor who was among the most influential figures in jazz.
Who is Louis Armstrong?
Correct.
Civil rights movement for 400.
Civil rights movement for 400. Who was the main leader of the civil rights movement in the United States during the 1950s and 1960s and won the 1964 Nobel Prize for leading nonviolent civil rights demonstrations?
Martin Luther King Jr.
Correct. All right. So the points right now is gold, 3,300 points. White, 1,100 points. Round 3 is up next. But first, check out all the things here going on at CHS.
For Black History Month, KTIG and the Student Council would like to honor the Black activists that strive to make a change for future generations. Today, we're honoring Daniel Hale Williams. Born on January 18, 1856 in Hollidaysburg, Pennsylvania, Hales was an African-American general surgeon. In 1893, he performed the first documented successful heart surgery in the U.S. The Leo Club is hosting a Change for Change drive for the Montgomery County Women's Shelter. Bring your spare change between February 10th through the 24th. The winning class will receive donuts and drinks. Hey students and staff, CHS will be having its first blood drive of the year. It'll be on February 25th starting at 2 p.m. and ends at 8 p.m. You must be 16 years old with a parent or guardian consent form or older, and you must weigh at least 122 pounds upon donating. Seniors, we will not be giving blood drive cords this year. Boys soccer will play at Moorhead on Friday, February 26th. They will take on the Willis Wildcats. Freshmen at 4:30, junior varsity at 5:45, varsity at 7:30. Sick 'em, Tigers. This week's College of the Week is Texas Southern University. TSU is a local HBCU located in Houston. It is known for its law program as well as their business program. TSU is one of the few law schools in the state of Texas. When Texas Southern University first opened its doors, it had about 2,300 students enrolled. Today, the university has more than 9,500 students from ethnically and culturally diverse backgrounds.
On behalf of our faculty, staff, students, and alumni, welcome to the Texas Southern University, the heart and soul of Houston. Go Tigers!
The last and final round is here. In this round, each team has chosen a representative to answer the wager question. They can wager all of their points or none. It is up to them. Their choice will be either to give the victory or cause them to face the punishment. The team's wagers are already on the card in front of them. Since you got it right, but you got it wrong, miss, I'ma choose it so it won't be in their fair disadvantage. So we're going for Musicians 500. An American jazz singer, sometimes referred to as the First Lady of Song, Queen of Jazz, and Lady Ella. 10 seconds. All right, both teams are here. The answer is Ella Fitzgerald. Miss Cass.
Ella Fitzgerald.
Ella Fitzgerald.
Ella Fitzgerald.
Ella Fitzgerald. Both teams got it right. So the winners are the gold team with 4,300 points. I'm sorry to say, but the losers, and unfortunately facing the punishment, is the white team with 2,200 points. All right, let's go on to the punishment. All right, we got Miss Castleberry taking the punishment for her team. 2 punishments: pat of the face and slime. Go ahead. All right. The sacrifice of the team, Miss Castleberry. That is all we have for game time. Make sure to tune in tomorrow for some more game time. Make sure to tune in next time for some more game time. Catch y'all, Connor High.